bathtub of yarny goodness, Foxy and I are in complete agreement with Soprano 1 that the socks are not done until the earrings match, right? We are Ravenclaws. We can do this. You ready, Foxy? Okay, I'm ready to turn the heel of my mini sock. I have knit almost all the way. Oh, I've dropped a stitch, aren't I clever? I have knit almost all the way across what I'm deciding is going to be the sole of my little mini sock. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do a wrap and turn heel. It's a short row heel. On our mini socks, I'm going to do a wrap and turn heel. On leftmost stitch number 1, I slip it over, wrap my yarn around it, and slip it back. I did not add any stitch here. I just made one here. And get my yarn back to the back of the work. I'm going to slip this guy with the 1 stitch. Now I like, because I'm, I don't know, impatient, I'm just going to knit backward across the back of my mini sock. You might have simply turned your work and be purling, so you're probably already at the end of your row. I'm pretty slow at knitting backward, but it helps me keep track of where I am. It really does. I know, I'm in the bathtub. Appreciate that. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that down so far. All right, I'm going to go all the way to right stitch number 1. Here it is. Not stitching into it. No, no. I'm just going to slip it, wrap the yarn around it, bring the yarn to the back of the work, slip the stitch next to it, so it's only got 1 building on. Hi, puppy. Now knit back across to my left-hand side. This pattern that I use for mini socks, on that left 2, I'm going to wrap around left 2, and then slip yarn to the back of the work, slip left 3. This pattern is Sean Higgins's Magic Loop Toe Up Wee Tiny Sock Swap Sock. I have made something like 30 of these. I may have a few variations on how Sean originally wrote it up, but it is his very clear directions on his pattern that taught me how to do a wrap and turn heel. All right, here I am at right number 2. I'm not stitching it. No, no, I'm simply wrapping my yarn around it and wrap to the back. You see your wrap makes a little horizontal bump so you can keep track of which stitches you have wrapped. You can identify them just by reading your knitting. You have about 4 weeks left to finish your owl. How is it going? Report into your accountability partner. Report into your dorm. Plan out 4 benchmarks. Right? Because we are Ravenclaw. We work smarter, not harder, and we are going to win back the cup for Luna in advanced studies. Why? Because that's what we do. We rock advanced studies. All right, I have wrapped right number 3. Slip. And that's all I'm going to wrap. I like to leave the same number unwrapped in the middle that I originally cast on. And as you know, that was 4 up and 4 down. So I'll leave 4 unwrapped in the middle. I get to a wrapped stitch. I'm ready to reincorporate it into the working stitches. I'm going to go into the wrap, scoop in the wrap and the stitch, and knit them together so that the horizontal bar of the wrap doesn't show. on the outside of my sock. Do I have to do that? Heck no. It's a Minisock. Notice I'm wrapping number left 2 again. The point of the wrapping is to not make a little hole in the knitting where you turn your work. That's all. If you don't care about a little hole in there, if you think it's attractive and a little bit lacing, very frequently I leave the wrap and turn out. But I thought I would show you today because why waste the opportunity? Okay, in this direction, in the purl direction, there's something you must do, and that is pick up the wrap, put it onto the needle that you're about to stitch into so that you can knit them together. This gets the wrap to not show in this direction. I'm simply slipping a wrapping stitch right to once again I slip after my wrap. And notice that already the work is buckling. It's making that heel shaking. Yay! Alright, back we go to the left side. Remember that left 2 now has 2 wraps around it. I'm getting my needle into both wraps and the stitch. Sometimes I just need to pull the stitch and then come back and sort of lift the wraps back over. That happens. There we are awesome. I've wrapped left 1, I've slipped left 2, I am purling back or knitting backwards, however you want to look at that. You have about 3 weeks to finish your Phoenix. Remember, it is due by the 28th. 24th. Oh my lord. It is due by Saturday the 24th. Isis on Earth and I and the Wind Wraith and Vox 8 will of course be sticklers on the deadline. Here I am at the right side, number 2. I pick up a wrap, I put it on. I pick up the second wrap, I put it on. Then I stitch all of those guys together. I'm going to wrap right hand stitch number 1, just for the record. Slip right 2, knit across. I don't have to purl or knit backwards anymore because I only have 1 wrapped stitch remaining on each side. I'm going to get to left side number 1. I'm going to knit into both wraps and the stitch. Woo. Clever. Ah, look at the little heel cup. I'm going to continue magic looping my way across the instep. I'm going to point out the beauty of the toe we did earlier. Make sure you show me your sock when you're finished. Because, oh my goodness, Minisocks, okay? I am quickly stitching across the instep. 10 stitches on mine. Now I'm going back to the only remaining wrapped stitch. That is stitch right 1. And remember what we learned before about the stitches that have been wrapped in this direction. I can't really just scoop in there and knit it. Theoretically I can. It's pretty difficult. I'm going to pick up the wraps and just plonk them on. And then knit 3 together. 3 being 1 stitch and 2 wraps, right? All right. Now I'm going to continue. Round and round she goes until the leg is about as long as the foot. That'll get my proportions right for our easy peasy lemon squeezy cuff. You're going to love it. So much better than ribbing. Because this is a mini sock, we can get away with an interesting thing. Now, what are we going to do with the mini sock when we are done? Do you know? I do not know. Let's watch the next video and find out.